Tayo nang kilalanin ng official, new and reloaded complete lineup ng San Miguel Beermen para sa Pba 50th Philippine Cup. Point guards, Wami Tiongson, veteran star, 5'10", 175 pounds, 34 years old, 8.7 points, 1.4 rebounds, 1.8 assists, 0.3 steals, 39% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Chris Ross, playing coach, 6'1", 180 pounds, 40 years old, 5.3 points, 3 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.4 steals, 0.2 blocks, 37% 3-point shooter, 83% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Chris Rosales, 6 feet, 165 pounds, 34 years old, 3.8 points, 1.3 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 0.2 steals, 27% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Cole Maisek, trying out for a roster spot, 6'1", 188 pounds, 29 years old, 12.8 points, 2.5 rebounds, 1.7 assists, 0.5 steals, 33% 3-point shooter, 85% free throw shooter in his 2024 The Asian Tournament averages. Shooting guards, CJ Perez, team captain, star player, 6'2", 187 pounds, 31 years old, 17.9 points, 4.6 rebounds, 3.9 assists, 1.5 steals, 0.4 blocks, 31% 3-point shooter, 62% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Jericho Cruz, reigning finals MVP, 6'1", 190 pounds, 35 years old, 9.3 points, 2.6 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 0.5 steals, 31% 3-point shooter, 84% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Marshall Lassiter, veteran star, 6'2", 185 pounds, 38 years old, 7.4 points, 2.3 rebounds, 0.9 assists, 0.3 steals, 0.1 block, 39% 3-point shooter, 93% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Chris Miller, rookie, Pba 9th draft pick, 6'4", 180 pounds, 32 years old, 16.3 points, 4.3 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1.3 steals, 40% 3-point shooter, 91% free throw shooter in his 2024-2025 Iraq Super League season averages. Small forwards, Don Trollano, star player, 6'3", 160 pounds, 33 years old, 13.2 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 33% 3-point shooter, 72% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Jaron Teng, 6'2", 185 pounds, 31 years old, 4.3 points, 1.2 rebounds, 0.3 assists, 0.2 steals, 21% 3-point shooter, 60% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages.
Ayon nga sa source na to, ay kung hindi nga daw magiging healthy si CJ Perez ngayong Philippine Cup, ay mapipilitan na daw mag-trade ang SMB para makuha itong si Joshua Munson sa Northport o Pure Blends. Joshua Munson, trade target of SMB this Pba 50th season, 6'4", 200 pounds, 29 years old, 19.8 points, 5.5 rebounds, 4.9 assists, 1.9 steals, 0.4 blocks, 36% 3-point shooter, 78% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages.
Power forwards, Andreas Cahilig, 6'5", 210 pounds, 34 years old, 2.3 points, 1.8 rebounds, 0.7 assists, 0.4 steals, 0.1 block, 37% 3-point shooter, 13.3 minutes per game in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Rodney Bronjal, 6'5", 210 pounds, 34 years old, 5.3 points, 7.6 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 0.6 steals, 0.4 blocks, 54 field goal percentage, 72% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Royce Mantua, rookie, Pba 33rd draft pick, 6'4", 190 pounds, 23 years old, 3 points, 2.2 rebounds, 0.6 assists, 25% 3-point shooter, 70% free throw shooter in his UAAP 87th season averages. Centers, Junmar Fajardo, superstar player, 6'10", 268 pounds, 35 years old, 18.2 points, 14.4 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 0.8 steals, 1.1 blocks, 60 field goal percentage, 71% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Mawala Tautua, 6'8", 245 pounds, 36 years old, 7.6 points, 4.4 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 0.4 steals, 0.5 blocks, 25% 3-point shooter, 75% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. JM Calma, 6'6", 193 pounds, 27 years old, 3.9 points, 2.2 rebounds, 0.1 block, 71 field goal percentage, 62% free throw shooter in his Pba 49th Philippine Cup averages. Ito ang official, new and reloaded complete lineup ng San Miguel Beermen para sa Pba 50th Philippine Cup.
Sa tingin niyo mga kababos, mas lalakas ba ang SMB pag makuha nila si Monson ngayong Philippine Cup? At sa tingin niyo, sino ang dapat ipalit sa kanya sa pure bench? I-comment niyo na po yan sa baba.